Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today, I have a 3v3 ladder match here on the most amazing Neuroxys map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting off with Team 1 in the West and ending with Team 2 in the East, also known as the Blue Team versus the Red Team. Starting off with the isolated players in the Northwest here for Team 1, we have in Royal Blue, it is the entire pop of DK. He is a Cybran. He's playing as a 1388 rating. To his south, we have in Amethyst Purple, it is Azure Phoenix. He is not blue. That is unfortunate. Not aptly named, but 2 out of 3 chances, pretty high percentage. Anyway, he's playing as a UEF. He is a 1595 rated. He is the highest rated player on Team 1. And rounding out Team 1 southwestern corner, we have in Stitch Blue, it is Schumer. He is a Cybran. He is a 1572 rated, just barely gets beat out by Azure Phoenix for highest rated player on his team. So for Team 1 side of the map, we have 2 Cybrans on the western edge of the map with a UEF in pretty close in the middle. No Aeon, no Seraphim for Team 1. Running up for Team 2's isolated player in the northeast, we have in Chevy Crimson, it is Alexander Berlin. He is a 1332 rated, again playing as the one and only Seraphim of the match in Chevy Crimson. In orange, the color orange to his south, we have as a Cybran Zoe Lycob. He is a 1732 rated, the highest rated player on Team 2 and in the game overall. And in the southeastern corner of the map in Ruby Red is another Cybran for Team 2. It is Beterji Safo Pokan, or Beterji for short. He is almost 1600 at 1596 rating. So for Team 2 sides of the map, almost the same thing as Team 1. 2 Cybrans on the edge of the map, and then a different faction. The Seraphim's actually in the northeastern corner. Never mind. 2 Cybrans in the southeast, and 1 Seraphim in the northeast, which means Team 2 doesn't have UEF tech or Aeon tech, which means for the entirety of this match, there are no Aeon players. Apologies to those loyal to the princess. Hopefully enjoyed the game nonetheless, and apologies for getting confused there for a second. Taking a look at the eco terms of mexes, currently sitting at 37,000 mass and reclaim, which makes it over 6k mass per player to scoop up, and it's dotted pretty much everywhere, but there are large clumps in the middle, and there's decent clumps on the edges, but nothing too much. Oh, there's a little bit in that lower section, but not a terrible amount. We do see that there's a lot of mexes on this map. Taking a look at Team 2's side of the map, there is a 5-star mex here, south of Alexander Berlin and north of Zelby. There's a quad mex position in front of Beterji right now, and another 5-star mex back behind him. They'll have a decent amount of eco down there. Twin mex over there, and another twin mex there. 4 mexes down there. We'll call that a quad mex because it's really only going to go to 1 player. And then 2 twin mexes right here for Zelby to grab. So lots of mexes to grab. Oh, and a quad mex up here for Team 2's Alexander Berlin. So like I said, decent amount of mexes to grab in this game. Decent amount of reclaim. So we should see scaling of the eco pretty quickly. And it is essentially a 1v1, 1v1, 1v1. Not essentially, it is. With 1 player in the north, 1 player in the south, and 1 player in the middle. It looks like it was primed for a possible 4v4 game with 1 player being here and here. But 3v3, sometimes you can't get everybody to, link up or whatever with the automated matchmaker thingy. So, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but nonetheless, a match still occurs. We possibly will see come action down in the south. No, it's down in the middle here. Maybe not. Team 2's Beterji goes for a gun. Team 1's Azure goes for gun as well. 1 is damage in range, 1 is speed in range. And gun started for the entire pop of DK. It's not pop, it is soda. I will take can. Well, it's like soda can, pop can. No, Schumer started torpedo, goes, there's no water on this map. It cancels it, goes for gun. So everybody on Team 1 going for gun at the exact same, not the exact same time, but concurrently, they're going at the exact same time. The one in the middle, of course, will finish first. And then in the north and in the south, 2 players just need to go for gun, and everybody in this game will go for gun at the same time. I don't think that's going to happen. And give me some energy, says Zelby. And that gun will finish, which means that window of opportunity is closing very quickly. And nope. Everybody's going to be building gun at the same time. Stealth started in the south for the Cybran player, Beterji. Gun almost done down here, and gun is done up here to the north. So gun versus no gun in favor of Team 1. We do see some PD there. That might help a little bit, but not by much. Gun in favor of Team 1, not in favor of Team 2, of course. And then stealth and stealth now. Both these Cyberpunk players going for their traditional upgrades. Maybe we'll see a nano first down there from somebody. Just because if they're both going for stealth now, you might as well go for nano right after that. Just be done with it at that point. We do see an attack going around the northern section of this little mountain range here against Zelby's position. It will pull him back, allowing Azure to push in if he wants to. He has 4 radar systems right next to one another. I feel like only 2 really is needed. I feel like 4 is just a little bit more overkill than really needed. Hey, somebody goes for nano, and calm action happens in the north between the entire pop of DK and Alexander Berlin, but I feel like it's a one-sided affair. And it looks like it's just going to be a walk down by the entire pop of DK. I am going to say his full name every single time in this game. So just be prepared. Alexander Berlin falls into the red. Sub 1,000 hit points. The entire pop of DK is not going to let up. And there he goes. First kill goes to him. And that will be a 3v2 in favor of team number 1. The Western team, the blue team, whatever team you want to call it. Energy pushing in. Nano repair is started on Schumer's comm. It will most likely be finished. He might just take the hit point loss to finish it. He may or may not. I don't know. There's a lot of Mantis nearby. He's at 60% and climbing. And it does look like Schumer is being focused on by Bettergy's comm. I don't know. Yeah, the nano upgrade will cancel. That's unfortunate, but you kind of have to do it sometimes. Schumer will try to retreat and get out of range of Bettergy's comm, but Bettergy is going to blitz him down, especially considering Team 2 is down a player. He kind of has to at this point, and he's going to be in range. Bettergy's not even moving. Oh, yeah, he still has a little bit more range to work with as well. Schumer, if he can get outside of the Chevy Crimson ring, he's out of nano range, but it's not going to be enough. T2 tanks nearby to help assist Schumer, but oh, a Team 1 mix helps for a tiny bit, but nope, there he goes. Had 6 hit points, actually, for a brief moment, but Team 1 loses a player. Score for Team 2, which makes it a 2v2 affair now at 10.5 minutes. This match does go on for about 55, so plenty of time for either team to win. We do see an attack in the northeast is going to favor Team 1, or not favor Team 1, but is favoring Team 1. Team 2 is going to have a very hard time holding that position. I don't know if it's going to be the same set down here, because the only difference being Zelby's main base is here, and that's his secondary base here, rather than Azure having his main base here and his secondary base now there. So reinforcing it is a little bit easier for Team 1 than Team 2, and we will see if Team 1 continues to pressure. I don't see why not. There are T2 PD being deployed to help cover it, and Team D as well. I feel like it might be a slow burn up there, but I don't think, maybe 20 or so minutes after now, that base will be online for Zelby. We'll see. Like I said, I highly doubt it at this point. It's going to last the entire, well, not the entire game, but most of the game. Nano repair starting here for Team 1, Julia player of Azure. He's the only one that has access to UEF tech in this game, which means he's the only one that access has Percy's in this game, which could be a huge difference for the T3 stage of the game, and T4, because, you know, large groups of T3 can essentially amount to a T4 unit. Granted, a large amount of T1 could mount to a T4 unit. Just depends how much. It does look like Team 1 is trying to circumvent the base here for Zelby, trying to go in and around and just lock off any sort of reinforcement potential from him. We do see a couple of engineers just hanging out. Maybe they'll be gifted orders to move over there and help build some PD or something. Ilshi, those are Ilshis inbound from Team 2 Zelby over here, so that might be enough to help cement the supply lines and get you reinforcements up there sooner rather than later. We could see entire pop can retreat, but kind of surprised he's not going for these mexes right here. That's an easy 10 mass a second that he can get. Azure is done with his nano upgrade, and it looks like a lot of the focus from Zelby is shifting onto protecting that northern side of the middle. Southern side here for Team 2. Looks like he's not pushing terribly far in. Feel like he could probably push at least to grab these groups of mexes there, but, you know, maybe he's just denying them better than having Team 1 have them, but I feel like there is a possibility for Team 1's Azure to grab those. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit too far away for Team 2 to try to deny them. T2 Air is online. Maybe we'll see T3 here shortly. He's producing Corsairs currently. Northwestern corner, no T2 Air facility, no T2 Air facility by any means for Team 1. So Team 2 will have a essentially monopoly on T2 for now, and then maybe T3. We do see that Team 1, the entire pop can of DK, entire pop or whatever of DK, is grabbing a couple of those mexes. It does look like there is a pushback. Lots of Ilshis being deployed. He has to be careful. He does have gun. He does have 2-star veterancy. But again, he's not all-powerful. Nobody is in this game. And this might be a fight that he just doesn't want to take. Overcharge will wipe out at least most of the hit points at least. So he can one-tap forces. I think... oh, he grabs that group in there. Nice grab. Triple kill, so he can one-tap them. Entire pop can is being forced... Keep saying pop can now. Entire pop of DK is being focused down a little bit now, but it looks like it's being distracted by a couple of rhinos, and that will give him a little bit more room to move around. He did get up to 3-star vet, so give him a decent boost in hit points. Bomber over top goes after him, but nothing too crazy. The Ilshis will push him back, but it is only a temporary measure. There are T2 PD trying to secure this little section of the map up here, but again, it is only a matter of time before the entire pop of DK builds. I was going to say T3, which he's already done, but a monkey, a bunch of T3 bricks or loyalists or something, and just crushes that position. It's so isolated, but it's going to be really hard to keep. And again, that's a lot of APM that's not being focused from Zelby onto this middle section. He's going all the way up here, all the way down there, all the way up again. It is very taxing, very quick, very early in this game. But he does have more eco, so give and take, give and take. But given that, though, I think he might be power stall. No, he's not power stalling. Am I power stalling this game? No? Okay, never mind. T3 actually being pointed out by somebody on Team 1. Lovely to see that there. It does look like there's an attempt by Team 1 to actually get in and around this firebase here from Team 2's strategy, but I don't... maybe they'll get a little bit of T2 max kills, but I don't know. There are a lot of rhinos in this mix, couple of mantis to assist them. There is a brick, a couple of bricks inbound, so that actually might be enough themselves to be fine. T2 PD being deployed to protect this little bit of a reclaim field as well as grab the remaining mexes there. Again, that's 10 mass a second. That's almost 1.5 T2 mexes. It does make a difference. Every bit of mass makes a difference, which we can see currently. Team 1 doesn't really need it, but they'll always take it. It's almost 170 mass in favor of Team 1. That's starting to be a little bit scary for Team 2, because if that trend line continues, if that lead extends even further and further, it's just going to be dumping, not dumping mass, but just overproducing a whole bunch of units. Game has kind of died down a little bit. Team 2 is a little bit, it's almost exactly 50-50 map control, with Team 1 having a little bit of a nubbin, so 51 versus 49. Transport inbound from Team 2 Zelby. I don't think it'll be shot down in time. There is an interceptor on course. Looks like the brick will land a little bit short of its target destination. The transport will get denied on a return trip. There is a brick here that could turn around. Will it turn around? Probably not. There is a T2 mech going to be taken out. There is a T3 land facility producing a brick, but I just don't think that's going to be enough to stop this brick, at least currently. There goes another mech. There goes another mech. Brick is deployed. It's going to kill off these T2 mexes. So what is that? 9 times 5, 45. The brick goes that way. It doesn't stay. Oh, okay. Now he's deploying bricks himself. That should be enough. He'll probably kill off maybe 1 or 2 more mexes. So let's say 50 or so mass is going to be denied. The lead is cut by a decent chunk. It's now about 100 instead of 170. So Team 2 is starting to catch up in that regard. But that should be an easy rebuild by Team 1. And a T3 mix. It does take some hits. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, 6, 7 mexes were eliminated. So times 9, 63 mass. That's about that 70 or so that I was talking about earlier. That it was 170 versus 100 now. T2 PD lining up to defend the incoming barrage of mobile walls. We do see the combo is over here. He could be leading the assault himself. He probably should get nano if he does do that, to be fair. But I think he's going to be a little bit more cautious, given there's a lot of Ilshis back there. Team 2 not allowing anything to pass in the middle or in the south down there. There is an avenue of attack, but it's a small avenue. Essentially, it's a kill box, and it's not a good place to be in or stay or travel through or whatever. It's going to be very risky for Team 1 to send a large group of forces that way. It essentially acts as its own little wall. Essentially, it's worth going through if you can make it through and establish yourself on the other side, but fighting through it, not enjoyable at all. And randomly, we have a couple of forces from entire pop of DK for whatever reason. Don't know. They're just down there, but maybe they're just supporting because why not? We have some T2 artillery barrages being actually and a missile in that mix here. So helping to thin out a little bit of the defenses and a couple of the mixes, I think, for Team 1. But I do see counter T... That's T2 PD, not T2 artillery. Looks like more shields are coming online. No TMD, which is kind of surprising. But, you know, drop pointed out here by Schumer. It is inbound. And interceptors are moving in to close in on it. Transport notices it and goes, not dropping there. Looks like it's going to drop here. There's still that rock clump there so that Team 1 can grab, but that brick will drop. It is unfortunate. That's another successful drop by Team 2 Zelby. There's not as much support here as there is up there, so that's at least 5 dead T2 mexes plus some TMD, plus some engineers, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. It looks like Azure is going to go himself to deal with that, but it's going to be a little bit of time before that happens. Engineer's going to immediately reclaim that. That's a little unfortunate. There is a Percy dropped off here. The last remaining Mex is killed off in a 1v1 fight. It is going to go one way. Mex is denied again. And it looks like this Mex is gone. That's number 6. And that's going to be number 7, I think. Comms right here. He's going to walk right by it. Yep, there's number 7. The brick is dead. So again, to give you a perspective, 787 reclaim versus 4,000 or 5,000. 4,000. That definitely paid for itself and then some. And it denies 6 times 7, which is 42 mass per second. You know, one brick did 70 roughly, one brick did 42. That's essentially the lead for Team 1 gone. And it is now about 20 to 30 mass in favor of Team 1. So Team 2's Zelby has done a very good job just dropping a brick. Maybe he'll drop another brick, maybe not. He's already used that method twice, where you do see counter bricks being deployed here to go after a couple of forces down there in that lower section. And more forces being deployed down here to go after a couple more mexes. Granted, they're only T1s down here, but hey, this is a T2 radar system, so that'll knock out some intelligence here for Team 2 overall. Which is, again, better than nothing. And Team 2 trying desperately to keep that position online. T3 mobile artillery, those trebuchets being deployed by the entire pop of DK. So lovely use there of that artillery unit. 30% microload commented by Schumer. He's still in the game. He's not out of it just yet. He's trying to help. He's the man in the chair for Team 1, doing his best to help out where he can. We do see a counter brick drop has occurred for Team 1. Nice job there. Entire pop of DK. Killed off 5 mexes so far. Look, like he's going to move out of PD range. Gets 4-star to vet. Almost 5-star to vetted. Brick there. Goes after land facility. Gets annihilated by some Corsairs. But that's another set of mexes gone. And there's another set of mexes gone here for him. Or for Team 2 Zelby. He drops. Now Team 1's back up to now 200 mass in favor. Again, taking the strategy of your opponent and using it against them, very good use. Good job. Zelby finishes an experimental. I'm assuming it's up here. No, it is not. T3 is up here, though. Monkey Lord, I would assume. Yep. And those Corsairs go back home. Looks like the attack is inbound from Azure, but it gets wiped out significantly by that mobile wall that is the Percy's. No, sorry, mobile wall that is the bricks. Apologies. A couple of Percy's are dotted in there, but there's so many bricks here. It doesn't even matter. They're coming in 1s by 2s, and you can't do that with attacks. You have to send everything in all at once kind of thing. Lots of mobile artillery being deployed over here. And again, it's going to slowly eat away at the defenses. Yeah, the lines of PD are great, and there are mobile shielding mixed in as well, but units standing there long term, it's not going to matter. The artillery will break through. We do see the bricks Are they going to stop? Looks like they're just going to stop. And there are more Percies here as well. As a couple of spearheads might encourage those bricks to move, but for now they're not giving orders, so we'll see how long they sit there. Attacking the south, Monkey Lord is leading it. Lots of T2 support in there, a couple of bricks as well. Team 1 does not have adequate defenses to protect against the Monkey Lord, so it might be that this base is going to go up in flames. We will see if it does. We will see. It's not looking super good here for Team 1, at least on the southern side. But again, I said the same thing about Team 2 on the northeastern side. So we shall see one way or the other. And that force is still bearing on forward. A couple of PD might be enough. They are tickle cannons, but it's something better than nothing. The PD are being ripped apart. There's a couple more bricks inbound. Monkey Lord killing off more and more mexes, more and more stuff. Oh, well, there it goes. It's gone. Now only the bricks are the main concern. There's still T2 units in. There's a couple of Vipers and whatnot. But those are easy to dispatch versus a brick. Oh, excuse me, man. I just have a frog in my throat or something. Remnants of that sickness I had a while ago. Percy's being deployed to kill box out this Monkey Lord. Does not go anywhere. That's a nice little mass dump here for Azure to help recoup losses down here. And he gets another Monkey Lord. That's 2 Monkey Lords for him to scoop up, but he did lose more stuff down here, to be fair. Brick wall in. Oh, jeez. Still. Brick wall inbound, and that will cause the rest of his forces to at least flee and try to get out of there, but I don't think it's going to help. We do see a nice little spearhead down here. I love the use of not territory, use of elevation. Essentially hiding a unit down here. It makes it harder for Team 2 to hit. Another Monkey Lord is inbound. It cannot pierce this. There's so many parashields, a couple of, again, these nice little spearheads, Percy's. It has to go down some other avenue. Essentially, the northern side's getting the exact same treatment. I think maybe it's going to take a while, but the best idea might be to send the Monkey Lord all the way north and help maybe try to push back Team 1 on the northern side. Maybe. Air forces are being deployed by Team 1 up there. Team 2 has T2 air still, so now Team 1 has jumped Team 2 in the air department, which might not be good long-term for Team 2. Monkey Lord is inbound. But like I said, he's going into a kill box. And his laser does activate, but there's a lot of shots inbound. It's just not going well. It looks like he's just going to try to barrel on through and target all the Percy's first. I don't know. Well, the monkey's making it further than the first one did, but the first one did kind of sit there, to be fair. Percy's are targeting the Monkey Lord. It's going to kill off the Monkey Lord. A couple more shots. And there he goes. And there's a couple more bricks there. It might be enough. If he gets engineers here immediately, he might be able to scoop up one of the wrecks. He's definitely not getting the other one. Like I said, there's more and more forces. Looks like all of them are being pulled off to help down here, which might not need it. Yeah, engineers immediately going for the monkey wreck. Very smart play there. He's not going to get the second one, but at least denying one of them has been better than denying none of them. He is going to get that wreck down there for Team 1's Azure. So 2 out of 3 is better than none, and 2.5 out of 3 is definitely better than none. And yeah, it looks like the brick's trying to create as much room for those engineers to work. And I don't think it's going to get enough, or not all of it. It's going to get most of it, though. The Percy's, of course, closing the gap. They're going to turn their sights on the engineers, and yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Not all of it, at least. But hey, you know, like I said, half or 2/3 is better than none. It looks like the artillery slowly ate away and pushed back Team 2 slightly up here. It is 30 minutes on the clock. Team 1 has 2 players left. Team 2 also has 2 players left. Team 1's eco 1.1k. Team 2 800. No, 900. It looks like there was a power surge and whatnot. So 200 mass in favor of Team 1 isn't terrible in terms of the percentage that it once was earlier. You know, 800 versus 600 as an example. But it is not looking good overall. Team 2 doesn't have T3 air online, but they do have a nuke, and it is half loaded. So take that into account when you decide or make the prediction of who's going to win this game. Of course, if you haven't done so already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And again, I know it's number 602 in terms of the cast, but please, if you haven't done so, check out the 600th video, the cast on the channel. I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for all of the support, all the views, all the comments on that video. And if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. Really fun video. Lots of reclaim, lots of explosions, lots of goodness. It's a Phantom game, so you kind of know what's already involved with that when I just say Phantom. Forces being deployed by Team 1's Azure. Oh, it doesn't even get the chance to drop, unfortunately. Looks like they're all spearheads, though. So no direct designed weapon, the direct weapon-based systems on board. They're indirect weapon systems on board. And speaking of indirect weapon systems, Fat Boy online, and they will secure that reclaim. Wreck there from the monkey there. Looks like they got, again, a decent chunk. So, more than enough. Not more than enough, but some. Whalers going up here, going after some engineers, trying to build some Team 1 AA. That's going to be stopped. Nuke is almost loaded. Does Team 1 know about it? And they do know about it. And they made a bunch of other comments. SMD not built down here. SMD not built over here. And SMD is built up here and is going to be loaded in time. So, not super great for the options for Azure, because both of his bases are vulnerable. But there is at least options for Team 2 to go after. I would assume Bettergy is going to go after this position. It's the main base. It's the one producing the Perseus, the more annoying units. So that's my pick for Nuke location, but you never know. He might have another DA in mind. I feel like if the Nuke goes to the one place that had an SMD, that's definitely a missed opportunity for sure. It looks like the strategic launch. No, where's the Nuke going? Where is it going? I don't see the Nuke icon. Oh, it is going for the main base. Hey, there's that. It looks like that is going to be enough. And it's going to land. There's no... Oh, don't go back. Don't... Oh, uh-oh. 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 You got to turn around. Oh, no. Okay, he turns around. I think he's going to be out of range still. Boom. He does get EMP'd, which means he did take a little bit of damage. Had he gone continue northward, I think he would have been killed there. So good thing he saw it at the last minute. And that is going to be a nice kill here for Team 2, taking out an entire base worth of eco and whatnot. It drops the lead significantly. Team 1 now below 1,000. Team 2 at 1.1k. Oh, numbers keep jumping. Never mind. Maybe not. We'll see. The attack in the northeast is commencing, but there is now a chicken deployed by Zelby. That will be enough to hold off the assault. And it might be enough to push at least in the middle, if not to pretty much maybe this position here. For Team 1, we'll see if he does anything back here with a crab or something. He is going for an upgrade. Looks like it's nano, I would assume. I switched to somebody else's view, so I couldn't tell. But the text goes away, essentially. The shield is down for the Fat Boy. Still is usable for the artillery, but doesn't have the additional hit points. It looks like this base over to the northeast is wiped out. ASF still hanging out. Chicken is deployed. Desperately needs some assistance up there from those gunships. Looks like the gunship's actually not going to go that way. They're going to go south, go after more mexes here for Team 2. Whalers going after every single little engineer to deny all of the rebuilding up there. Makes it more annoying to rebuild, essentially. And ASF's coming to shadow the other engineers. Don't know why they did that, but okay. T3 Mex is gone. T3 Mex is gone. Those T3 Mex is going to be gone here shortly. That's 54 mass per second that Team 2 is losing out on. Team 1 back up in the lead, 1.5k. Yeah, possibly it's just power outage. I think is what it mainly came down to. T3 air facility was actually saved. Didn't notice that Azure had that, but hey, I guess that would make sense because he has Continental, so that would make sense. And it looks like they killed off those two T3 maxes. Bleh. So 108 mass per second that Team 2 is losing out on. North here, the chicken is inbound. Whalers are inbound as well. Those T3 gunships move to deploy. This base is gone. Or it's no, not base, but little remnants are gone. This base is going to go down. The Omni's going to get killed off. That's going to be unfortunate. Laser tanks are being deployed to help. There's a decent chunk of them. The chicken is retreating to cover, or to get into cover of that AA. Shield started here for Azure, and Stealth started for Zelby. How's the nuke going? Well, the nuke is almost loaded once again. He has another option to go after, which is this base down here, which there is an SMD, and it's going to be close, but I think the SMD will load in time. So one nuke is better than none, and this SMD is almost loaded as well, but might not have enough time. Gunships going after the AA weapons and some of those not lightning tanks, but those snipers. And those lightning tanks still sitting under shield coverage. No experimental up here for Team 1. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't go for one of those. Is the nuke going to launch immediately? Is going to wait? What's going to happen? Oh, it's going to launch immediately. There it goes. Looks like it took a second. Nuke is outbound. It's going. And it's actually going to land short, which is smart because that SMD will be loaded, or is loaded, I should say. And, unless he edge nuked it or he did the mapping of the SMD. I think he put it a little bit too far west. That SMD might actually shoot that down, but this would be a great nuke. It kills off most of the hit points on the crab. Just barely. No, he did do the measurements correctly. Boom, kills off 5 T3 mexes, single ring, so 135 mass gone, as well as a decent chunk of the defenders. Now, there's nothing to really take advantage of that. If this force was moving in already, that could be a different story. But hey, he's done a nice job nonetheless. And we do see Zelby continuing to push with the single chicken. It looks like more of those lightning tanks are getting out of range. Oh, the whalers have to make a commitment. Either they go for the lightning tanks or they don't. Constantly going in and out, not getting in range of those AA weapons is just they're just losing units at that point. It's not worthless, but not great. Not great use by any means. Crab still defending Zelby's position. Fat Boy pushing in. I don't know. Might be the move, maybe. Crab over here, again, severely depleted of HP, but hey, it's still alive. Another crab gonna help and assist it. Shield is almost done on Azure's comm. Another Fat Boy being deployed. Maybe not artillery piece, but nuke here for him. So that might be the thing that helps Team 1 get back in this game. There is no SMD here. Oh, that's not good. There is no SMD up here, so there could be an opportunity to kill off the main base of Zelby, which I don't think it'd be worth it to kill off this base with a third chicken online. There's one chicken here, essentially not even depleted of hit points. Second chicken going to come in and help its brother. There is a monkey that's not going to stop 2 chickens. And I do think Team 1's not looking good in the land department up there. If the nuke can load and fire quickly enough, that could be enough to either kill off the column of Zelby if they strike it correctly. No, he's going to retreat back to the base down here. So we will see what happens with that.
Strategic launch
Nuke
detected.
is outbound from Team 2 once again. And it's going for this position of Fat Boy and Percy's. But it's just going to slowly push that force forward or north and then go right back down. Chickens are inbound. Oh, there's really not a lot to stop this. One monkey trying to be deployed once again, but that's not really going to work. Third chicken. Looks like it's just hanging in position down there. There goes the nuke. Kaboom. Kills off a couple of forces, but doesn't kill off everything. The crab will engage. But all these forces have to do is actually just continue northward, I think. Unless they want to wait for the Fat Boy and then all engage all at once. Which might be the play there. There's a massive army down in the south there for Bergy. We'll see if that's enough or not. He's thinking about it. He's going back and forth on it, but he's thinking about it. It's just one of those things where you take the risk, and if you win it, you win big, and if you don't, that's still more reclaim for Team 1 to scoop up. Currently sitting at reclaim totals, though. 150 to 90, so Team 2 doing a very good job of that. ASF's inbound from Team 2 to clean up the skies. It's been a while since they've been up there, so it's kind of surprising they waited this long, but partly due to the fact that Team 1 has more ASFs in general. And the not monkeys, but the Percy's and whatnot do engage the chicken. I feel like they could have waited, but it looks like they wanted to go in and just distract at a minimum, maybe. I don't know. Nuke is half loaded. Artillery has been started. I don't know. This could This could be the thing that's that wins Team 1 the game, is that Nuke artillery combo. I don't know. Apologies for the tiny little cut there. I had this like sinking suspicion in the back of my head. I was like, have I casted this game before? And I kept thinking about it throughout the cast. And I was like, I have to go check before I finish. I did not. It just seems like I did for some reason. I just have that like, I left the oven on or something. So apologies for that tiny little smidgen of a cut there, but hopefully it wasn't too annoying. Reduce of the Fat Boy group did fall back. Where'd the other Fat Boy go? There was 2 here a moment ago. Looks like it just fell back maybe. But the artillery piece is almost done. And the Nuke is that loaded or is it unloaded? It's almost loaded, so he's focusing more on the artillery piece. Might use that 1-2 combo, take out the SMD, and then the Nuke. But hey, we have an artillery piece online for Team 2 as well. That one's targeting the base down here, while the one here from Team 1's Azure is probably just going to target the Nuke and artillery down here. Again, both instances, it's the whole, it's right next to one another thing, but I get it. The range of the time it takes to move engineers and whatnot. Bug is inbound. Lots of AA over here. Sam's and the whatnot. Not great for the Bug's lifespan by any means. It will go after the forces down here. Couple of bouncers mixed in, but nothing too bad. Nothing more that it can deal with at this point. Or nothing more that, you know, nothing too bad, I should say. Anyway. Northern side here. Looks like Team 1 has stopped a little bit of Team 2's aggression, but again, the second Monkey Lord is not going to be enough. 2 chickens versus 2 monkeys. Chickens will win that fight every day of the week. Fat Boy has shifted focus up here to the northeast, shooing back that chicken, and it could just be the pretext for continuing to just block out that base. I'm surprised that there isn't a huge focus on trying to wipe that out, and since you just have an entire, essentially northwest-ish versus southeastern corner kind of game, but looks like it's not in the cards yet. Artillery is done for Team 1. Nuke is outbound for Team 1. There it is. Does it go for that main base up there to the northeast? That'd be a surefire way. No. That goes for this base. As we mentioned, there was no SMD. That's going to be a huge chunk out of Team 2 stuff eliminated. And there are 3 crabs down here pushing the southern side. Oh, the SMD was just built. There goes the everything in that base for Zelby. Good thing he moved out of that when he did. And artillery and Nuke is now loaded. This one's going to fire. Where is this one going? And it's going to go for the land forces once again. And it might be the Team 1 might be fast enough to move out of there, but I think some of them might be killed before they can get out of range. Artillery are targeting the artillery for Team 1. Shields getting back online. The Nuke and the artillery have taken some damage. Oh, it's going to clip the crab at least. All those bricks are gone. We have some nice little fire beetles inbound. Are they just going to get avoided? Or just going to avoid the group of forces down there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Looks like they've been spotted. So, no. Looks like they're going to try to crash on the top of that crab. Zelby still has the main base to the north. The attack is occurring. The chicken is down. Second chicken is going to go down here shortly. Now it's going to be a split attention between this up here and that over there. Chickens are eliminated. Bugs are inbound and gunships as well. Team 2 is backed into the corner, but that doesn't mean the Team 2 can't win it. Artillery has taken a hit. If a P-Gen or 2 goes up, that's it. There goes the artillery. Team 1, kind of a similar boat. Second artillery already almost in the green. And more shield being deployed. You can see the crabs are missing the units down there because of the height difference, or the elevation difference. 3 crabs versus 1, but one is severely weakened. The other one is, it's still in the yellow, and that one's right off the assembly line, but this one's out of commission for now. Fat Boy securing the middle for a little bit. Bugs are probably going to do east-ish to southwest. This is the more concerning of a base. I think ignore this base at this point. Yeah, it's good to take out eco and stuff, but this is the more concerning situation at this point. Artillery and Nuke. Team 1 almost has their second one online. I think the shielding actually is probably enough. I say that. It's never enough, but, it's definitely a lot better than just 2. That crab goes home. These 2 crabs stay here. It's a crab-be-crab affair, but the crab is focusing on bricks rather not on the crab. But once the other second crab comes in. Oh, there's a second crab here. It's going to win for Team 2. The problem is that if the artillery breaks through the shielding and kills off the nuke in the artillery, it's probably it. Team 1 can take some temporary losses for a secured win at this point. Oh, shoot. Hello. Azure takes a hit from that artillery piece. That's never fun. He's going to go underneath that coverage there, build some shielding to protect himself. Second artillery is online, and shielding's going to come right back online here shortly before that other shell can fall. Thought he was building satellites, but he is not. 2 versus 1. Not really a good situation to be in. Not satellite, but shield emitter goes down. Gunships are inbound from the northeastern base. They're going to wipe that out. And now they're going to truly make it a northwest versus southeast, but southeast corner. Not even southeast in general. 2 crabs are still alive. They're going to push, but again, it's a race against time. Can the shielding hold long enough to take out this base and maybe try to focus on this base? I don't know. Shielding's being built all the time. You can see it's slowly starting to fall. It's not looking super hot, which is a very fun game, by the way. Ooh, emitter's going down. That's never good. And we have 3 more crabs back here. This one, again, severely depleted still, but still 2 more crabs and 1 that can offer some firepower. And all this nuke has to do is fire, and all the artillery have to do is take out the SMD. There's 1 there, and actually that's it. There's just 1 there. So if all the gunships come and take out that, launch the nuke, that's game over. That is going to be it. Let's see if Team 1 does that or not. The gunship's over here cleaning house, and it's going to just be a push to the south at this point. So the question is, can Team 2 at least get 1 more kill? The comm is here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, it takes out a nice little Blackbird spy plane, though, but again, that's not going to do a whole lot. Artillery is losing more and more of its PGens and its shielding. Everybody's going to group up around that artillery piece and just hold up in this corner of the map. Again, Zelby is Cybern. He can go telemaser. Bergy is Cybern. He can go telemaser. Problem is there even point defense? There's no point defense in this base. That could actually win it for Team 2 if they went for telemaser. Another nuke is outbound from Team 2. Where is it going? SMD is still loaded and is still alive. And it's going to go for this Fat Boy, I assume. And no, it's too. Oh, they might still clip it, but still clip it, not clip it. Well, they do clip it. Look at that, kaboom! Kills off that Fat Boy, but I feel like a better option maybe could have been wait a little bit, kill off, maybe not kill off the base. Gunships are inbound for defense. Just go for the SMD at this point. They probably know where it is, do they? Oh yeah, they know where it is. So you know. There's that. The attack on Zelby's original main base is gone. The northeastern corner is gone. And Zelby actually control case at this point, leaving Bergy alone. The artillery is down. And the nuke might fall after that. 278,000 mass kill with that nuke. Very good nuke here for Team 2. I just don't think it's enough. There goes a crab here shortly. Bomber's taken out by ASF. There goes the crab. They do eliminate the base in the southwestern corner, however. 1 bug is down, but will it be able to kill off the crab in time? That crab is killed off 110,000 mass. There goes the bug, but there's still defenders here. It's not going to matter. 3rd artillery piece is done. That's game right there. Even if this attack gets thwarted, 3 artillery pieces is going to be enough. There's not that much shielding in this base to counter 3 artillery pieces plus a nuke. Even if they targeted the SMD, it'd be probably the easiest way to end the fight. But once the nuke goes down, that's pretty much it. So I think we'll speed things up at this point because we can see where it's going. Again, there are not really a whole lot that Team 2 can do on the southwestern side. Again, they've taken the southern edge, which is good, but there's a Fat Boy here. They're producing Ravagers now. It's not going to do a whole lot. There's a lot of drones inbound to assist the engineers on that project. Artillery still targeting that nuke. Shielding trying to hold it. It's massively assisting 1 shield. It could be enough to at least protect the nuke, but there's constant raining of artillery shots inbound. Oh, lots of Ravagers being built back here. It looks like it wasn't enough to stop the initial, the initial line to stop the initial push. I can't talk. Transport going down. Fat Boy deploying its secondary weapons because they're so close. Gunship's going to wipe out the remaining of them. Gunships might just deploy crabs over here in the middle. Fat Boy is dead. There's really nothing here for Team 1's Azure. But again, there's still that whole base up there to the northwest that they have to take out, even if they do take out Azure somehow. Shielding around that nuke still. Oh, there it goes. It's down. This shield is about to pop back online. This one pops on, which means we'll cover that one. Strategy running around, trying to keep himself alive in there. Shields, power's draining him. Gunships are inbound for the crabs. Yeah, that's not going to help. Strap bombers inbound, going to take out nothing. Not even take out the nuke. Oh, another bomb inbound. Doesn't take out the artillery. Nuke is outbound just to be sure. Just to use it. SMD is down. There it goes. That's it. One crab is down. Second crab is down. Lovely attempt by Team 2's Strategy to try to kill off the artillery at least. But here comes the nuke. Kaboom! Here comes another nuke from Team 1's. That same one. And there goes the departure. And Team 1 wins the game. 55 minutes on the clock. MVP for me has to go to Azure. I think getting that artillery, the nukes, keeping Team 2 at bay down here. Again, this fight was, it was a seesaw a little bit, but it didn't really matter. But I do think Team 1's entire pop of DK going for the air and keeping it and using the gunships definitely helped out a lot, especially with that defense at the end of the game. But again, 3 artillery piece plus a satellite plus a nuke definitely was a lot. And again, had that SMD been targeted sooner, the match would have been over sooner, to be fair, because that nuke would have launched immediately, killed off everything, and maybe even would have clipped Zelby. Who knows? But that's the game here, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, MVP, it's tough, but I do think Azure gets a little bit more of a little bump there just because of everything else they did. But thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one.